We have Bishopstown Community School, and I understand 3 contributors wish to share their time, Mr. Alan Newstead, Mr. John Cottrell, and Ms. Denise Dowling. You may now make a brief presentation each, and I understand that Darren and Cormac will provide Irish Sign Language interpretation. So away you go, whichever way you want to take it.
Dear Senators, I am Alan Newstead, and I'm from Cork. I'm 18 years old, and I'm a 6th-year student in Bishopstown Community School. I am profoundly deaf and use Irish Sign Language as my first language. I would like to thank you for the invitation to participate in this consultation and for giving me the opportunity to present my submission here today. As you may be aware, this is my 2nd visit to Leinster House. Last year I was campaigning with my school and our student council in support of the bill to recognise ISL as an official language of Ireland. On that occasion, a letter I wrote to you was read as part of the debate in the Seanad. In that letter, I called on the government to have my first language, Irish Sign Language, to be officially recognised. As a deaf person who cannot hear the spoken English language, I felt denied of my human right to have a language. As a result of that, the deaf community and I are denied access to important information and services in many aspects of daily life. I know that the work on this bill continues, and I trust that the Irish government will recognise my language in the near future. As a member of the deaf community of Ireland, we want equal citizenship, and we hope that once this bill becomes law, it will bring positive changes to our lives. Today we are talking about the Irish National Anthem. I am delighted to be here with you and to have my voice heard as part of this consultation and present my views on this topic. Again, we ISL users are denied access to participation as equal citizens of Ireland. The National Anthem was initially composed in Gaelic and later translated to English, but never to ISL. I strongly believe that this needs to be rectified. Recently, there was a whole school event whereby everyone was requested by the Lord Mayor of Cork to sing the Irish National Anthem. On this occasion, one of my teachers, Ms. Dowling, was interpreting in ISL. Suddenly, she had to refrain from signing while the whole school proceeded to sing their hearts out. I felt totally lost and excluded. I knew everybody was singing an important song about my country, and I could see the passion in their eyes and body language. However, I felt even more excluded and frustrated as I could not share the experience with my peers. For this reason, today I call on the government to provide an official ISL version of our national anthem. I am Irish and very proud to be so. My deaf friends in school are also as patriotic as I, and they too feel left out, as it is an awful shame in 2017, with Ireland supposed to be an inclusive society. The deaf community in countries like India, New Zealand and America all have their own official anthems in sign language. Last year, Lady Gaga sung the national anthem at the Super Bowl, and many deaf viewers enjoyed access to the song via Marlee Matlin, an Oscar-winning deaf actress who interpreted it. I think it is now time for Ireland to follow suit and have our own sign language version of the anthem that we all could be proud of. I call on you here today to ensure that my voice is heard and that the voice of the deaf community in Ireland is heard. We are citizens of Ireland and we deserve equality. We want to fully participate in our society. We want to fully participate and have pride in our country. Give us that opportunity by ensuring a standardised ISL translation of our national anthem. I am hopeful of a future where ISL will be recognised, and together with an ISL interpretation of the national anthem, I will achieve my dream of being an equal citizen in my own country. Help me to realise that dream.
Thank you, Alan. Now John is next, yeah.
Dear Senators, thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you today. My name is John Cottrell and I'm here to represent the Student Council of Bishopstown Community School, Cork. We fully support our fellow student, Alan Newstead, with a submission to have a standardised Irish Sign Language or ISL version of the National Anthem. Members of our Student Council were also in the Seanad last year to support the bill to recognise the Irish Sign Language, and we continue to strongly support this bill to ensure equal citizenship for members of our school community and the deaf community of Ireland. It is important to us as a student council, as we have students and staff members in our school who are deaf or hard of hearing and use ISL as their main language. Our role as a student council is to give a voice to students in our school community, and I am here today to continue our work as an advocate for them. As a student council, we support the proposal to protect the wording and usage of the national anthem. It is a national treasure and deserves to be protected. The anthem is played at very important commemorations and ceremonies, as well as sporting events. As Irish citizens, it provides us with a symbol of our history and our identity. Standing in respect and singing the anthem connects Irish people everywhere with their country. It gives real expression and citizenship to all of us. Our school community wants to ensure that an ISL interpretation of the national anthem is standardised and provided in order for all deaf and hard of hearing to have equal citizenship and participation. The national anthem is a part of our heritage and culture. It is such a huge part of our sporting events, both nationally and internationally. I am a keen sportsman and have been to and played in GAA finals where both teams and supporters sing Aran Aveen before the game. I am very proud singing with everyone else. It expresses my pride towards my team, my community and my country. At this time, I am connected to every other player and supporter present at the match. It is necessary to have an ISL standardised interpretation of the national anthem in order for Alan and other Irish Sign Language users to share in this experience. It is essential that my fellow students all feel connected to and active members of their community. They should have positive experiences of belonging and participation. Students and staff who are deaf and hard of hearing are very much equal members of our school community. I was disappointed to hear how some of my fellow students and teachers felt disconnected from our school community when the national anthem was sung on the recent visit of the Lord Mayor. Unfortunately, they were not in a position to participate due to the fact that there is no ISL interpretation of Aran Aveen. This is something that the Student Council of Bishopstown Community School wishes to change, in order to ensure that students from our school, together with the wider deaf community, can fully participate in the national anthem at future events. The Student Council and our whole school community are very passionate about addressing this issue. Our school, Bishopstown Community School, strives for each member to be respected and valued for their unique qualities and abilities. Furthermore, the mission statement of the school clearly states that the school aims to develop the whole school community so that we may be better able to realise to the full our potential as individuals and active members of society. In order to achieve this vision, one of the aims of the school is to encourage participation and excellence in every aspect of life. So I call on you here today to support my school in ensuring it achieves the same vision by providing equal opportunity of participation in official events and sporting occasions where the national anthem is sung. Please ensure that all students and staff members can participate by making a provision for a standardised ISL translation of the national anthem. Thank you for considering our submission and for giving us a voice in this debate. John Cottrell, Student Council, Bishopstown Community School.
Thank you, John. And now Denise Dowling.
Senators, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Denise Dowling, I'm deaf, and Irish Sign Language is my first language. I'm one of Alan and John's teachers in Bishopstown Community School, Cork, where I teach home economics, social education and ISL. All students in our school, whether they're deaf or not, partake in classes in ISL. I also teach ISL to families with children who are deaf or hard of hearing, and night classes to the general public. Today, I would like to stand united with Alan and members of the deaf community in Ireland. I wholeheartedly support Alan's request for an ISL interpretation of the Irish national anthem. My own personal experience informs my submission today. At sporting matches, weddings and other events I've attended, I often feel embarrassed and ashamed when I do not sing along to the national anthem. I cannot participate in the national anthem as I do not follow it. I cannot hear it quite well. I never learned Irish as I was exempt from the subject in school. I have never learned the words of the national anthem, and neither have most of my deaf students. Recently in school, when the Lord Mayor requested that the whole school to sing the national anthem, the music teacher gave every class a sheet to rehearse and prepare for the performance during his visit. As a teacher, I felt very bad in the classroom in front of my deaf and hard of hearing students for not being able to prepare them for this song. We looked on YouTube and discovered that there is no official Irish Sign Language version of the national anthem. However, we watched the American national anthem signed in their official language and could not help but feel envious and frustrated that Ireland does not have its own. As a teacher of the deaf, I'm always trying to find ways for my students to access and participate fully in everyday hearing world. I encourage my students to overcome challenges, and I actively promote advocacy. I do not want my students to be limited in any way by being deaf. I want them to have full lives and reach their full potential. It's my job and our joint responsibility to ensure that they can do this. I'm really proud to be here with members of my school community, which include our students, teachers, parents, and the principal in the gallery. I am so proud of Alan and John for making their submission and their strong advocacy for members of our school community. Thank you for inviting us here today and empowering us as citizens of Ireland. Please take the next step and ensure that there is Irish Sign Language interpretation of the national anthem and in the near future, so that in future all deaf and hearing people will have access to it. If my school or students or teacher can support you in this endeavour, we would be happy to do so. Thank you for working with us as citizens of Ireland.
Thank you very much.